Hey everybody, Spopes here. Add-ons have been available on console and ESO for a few months now. This has given ZOS time to fix bugs like the save file error that was happening on PS5. It's also given the developers time to get their add-ons out there and fix any bugs with the add-ons themselves. Well, or so you'd think. We'll get to that toward the end of the video. But overall, add-ons are in a pretty stable place now on console, which means it's time to do another video. I was actually prompted to do this video by a community member, so please, if you have any video ideas, always leave them in the comments. And today I'm going to cover all the add-ons I'm currently using. I'm also going to cover a few that I'm not using but that people seem to really like, while explaining why they're not exactly for me. So I really hope you guys appreciate the content. If so, please like the video, hype it, and also subscribe. Okay, we're going to start with what I consider to be the absolute GOAT, Dolgabon's Lazy Writ Crafter. Apparently the name is now Lazy Writ Creator, but I think we all know it as Crafter. And what this does is automate your entire writ experience. So you pick up the writs automatically, you just walk over the table and it does it for you. And then when it's done, you just go over to the box, turn it in, and it also does that for you automatically. It even opens the box for you that you get when you turn it in. So if you do any daily crafting whatsoever, this is an absolutely indispensable add-on. Again, that's Dolgabon's Lazy Writ Crafter, or I guess Creator is now the new name. Next is HarvestMap, which now works perfectly on PS5. This shows you on the map where all of the active crafting nodes are currently. And then once you're out in the field, those nodes show up as these three-dimensional icons right next to where you actually pick up the crafting material. It even shows where treasure chests commonly are. There isn't one here in this case, but you can just run around the map going from node to node. Like for instance, here is an alchemy ingredient. And then over here is a water skin. HarvestMap was buggy at the beginning on PS5, but it now works seamlessly. That is a solid second most important add-on that I recommend. Definitely pick up HarvestMap if you do any gathering of crafting materials. It even shows you where thieves' troves and treasure chests are, so it's really indispensable. Now, third is one that just came out recently and I just came across last night preparing for this video actually. This is called 702's Craft Completionist list, and you get to it by going to Journal, then Lore Library, and then on PS5 you press triangle. And this thing absolutely blows my mind. You can look through every single blueprint you have for furnishings. You can see the ones you don't have. Same goes for recipes. And if you don't have the recipe or style page or whatever it is, you can even check out the tooltip and see how much it costs if you have Market Tracker, which I'm going to get to in a few minutes here. But yeah, now all in one place, you can see which motifs and other pages you have, which ones you need. It lists them all out here. So for anybody who is filling out that sticker book, I highly recommend 702's Craft Completionist list. Now here's one I couldn't use previously due to that PS5 bug, but AutoRechargeAndRepair is so good. Instead of having to manually recharge your weapon or repair your gear, this automatically does it for you at a certain threshold as long as you have the items you need to do so. Personally, when I'm grinding in a public dungeon, stopping and having to repair is so annoying. And then also recharging your weapon when you're in combat in a dungeon or something like that is really madness inducing. This is a huge quality of life win. I definitely recommend getting Auto Recharge and Repair. Another one I couldn't use previously but now works seamlessly on PS5 is StayMounted. So when you're on your mount and you want to jump, there are all these butterflies and what have you that normally would make you get off your mount if you wanted to get it. But now you can just walk right on top of the butterfly and keep jumping because you have to dismount to interact with items in the world. The same goes for resource nodes. You have to actually dismount to interact with them. This is a huge quality of life win. I absolutely love this add-on. It's very simple, but incredibly useful. So again, that's StayMounted. Another one that was giving me trouble originally, but now seems to work perfectly is Market Tracker. With this, you can select basically any item in the game and check the average price in guild stores. So whether you have something you want to sell or you want to know the price of something you might want to buy, Market Tracker is an indispensable tool. And what's really amazing about this is that it works with the Craft Completionist list add-on I talked about earlier, so that if you don't have a motif, or a style page or furnishing or whatever it is, it will show you the price that you'll probably have to pay if you want to go buy it from a guild trader. So yeah, now Market Tracker works perfectly for me. I definitely recommend you pick it up if you're on PS5 or Xbox. And now we have 3 add-ons that are all from the same developer and that I all think are amazing and definitely indispensable. So this guy, Murf has been making some absolutely banger add-ons that help you with Skyshards, treasure maps and surveys, and also Lorebooks. Murf's Skyshards shows you any Skyshards on the map that you have not already collected. So for instance, I haven't gotten the Delve Skyshards in Solstice on this character, and it shows me that very simply. Here's also just an Overland one I haven't grabbed either. So no more hunting for Skyshards or using guides online. There's a tool in the game that shows you exactly where they are. Then you also have Murf's treasures. The way this works is if you have a treasure map or a survey, you simply select it, go to actions, and then click show map. And then it will show you exactly where on the map that survey or treasure chest is. Then you can pin it, go to the nearest way shrine, and there you go. There are different icons for treasure chests and all the different surveys, making them very easy to find. Murf's treasures is absolutely amazing. And then if you are trying to grind that Mages Guild skill line, or you just want to get all the Lorebooks, Murf's Lorebooks is another really useful add-on to install. This shows you on the map the location of any Lorebooks that you don't already have. It even shows you which Lorebook it is. So again, no more online guides or randomly hunting for Lorebooks. You can just pin one, go to it, go to the next one like clockwork. Now the last add-on that I actually use is Eyes of the Undaunted. This is a very simple and lightweight add-on that just puts a pin on every boss when you enter a dungeon. So whether it's a public dungeon, a group dungeon, a trial, you name it, it just puts one of these generic pins wherever there is a boss. So if you're trying to 100% the dungeon, get the achievement, this takes the guesswork out of the equation. You can just go from pin to pin and get all the different bosses. All right, so those are the add-ons that I use personally, but there are a few more that I don't use but are very popular that I feel like I should mention and also explain why I don't use them. So first off is Votan's Minimap, which as you can see is very popular. And as far as I'm aware, it works well now. There were some bugs in the beginning, but for me, I just don't really like cluttering up my UI. It doesn't really provide that much extra utility for me, but it takes up a considerable amount of the screen, even when you customize it, make it smaller, move it around, etc. I just didn't really feel like it was adding enough to my experience to justify having it there cluttering up my UI, but lots of people swear by this minimap. They think it's the best, so you might want to consider it. Next is Fancy Action Bar. This one's pretty popular, and in some ways it's cool, but when I was playing around with it last night, there's a bug with it still, where if you try to mess around with its position on your screen, the action bar will just stay there. It won't fade away, which can be really annoying. So you can make the action bar smaller, you can move it around, but then it just gets stuck. I tried a lot of different stuff. I had to eventually just uninstall the add-on. So Fancy Action Bar is great in premise, but it still has some bugs to be worked out here on console. Another popular one that I hear a lot of people use is CrutchAlerts. This lets you know when you're about to be attacked. It makes a new vertical health bar for bosses, but it's really mostly useful for veteran dungeons and trials. Not content that I do a lot. I think it's really useful for tanks too, because it shows when you're being attacked and in what way. It tells you when damage phases are beginning for difficult bosses, but I don't personally use it. It just kind of clutters up the UI, makes sounds and visual alerts that I don't really need. But I do respect CrutchAlerts, and if you are a hardcore player, if you do lots of veteran trials and dungeons, you might want to pick it up. And the last honorable mention is Wizard's Wardrobe, which basically functions like a mini armory. When you enter different places, it will switch out your gear and champion points and skills. But I'm not really a big armory user in the first place. I usually just have different characters for different things. And the fact that it doesn't really provide the full armory effect while also being really buggy both on PC and on console, I decided to just let Wizard's Wardrobe go. It's a really cool idea. Some people might really like it, but it's not exactly for me. So yeah, that just about covers it. I feel like that is a pretty comprehensive add-on list at this point for console. They've been out for a few months. All the developers have had time to get them out there. And yeah, ZOS in update 47, they fixed that ridiculous bug on PS5 where with lots of add-ons and iTrace it to lib add-on menu, the library file. But anyway, lots of add-ons would give you this issue where whenever you'd open a menu and close it, go to your inventory and close it, you get this bug that would say the save file failed to save. Truly maddening. That is no longer an issue, which means I can use all the add-ons I want to use. If you've been holding off on PS5 after watching my previous videos and seeing that that bug was in place, now's the time to go all in and try all the add-ons you might want to use. I really appreciate you guys watching today. If you haven't, please subscribe to the channel and also like the video and hype it. And please do consider supporting me further by becoming a member of the Spopes Army, my membership program, or heading over to spopesector.com and picking up some merch. I also do have a new channel out that is gaining some traction, Spopes TV, covering non-video game related topics. Basically just me walking around with this iPhone gimbal, talking about whatever I want to talk about. I honestly love making this kind of content. I feel like this channel has the most potential overall for the future. So if you haven't yet, please do head over to Spopes TV and subscribe. Lord, thank you for making this video possible today. Thank you for blessing me in such amazing ways that have made it possible for me to follow my dreams. Please bless everyone watching in the same way. Bless everyone on this channel with everything they need in life. And do please continue to bless my channel with new viewers, new subscribers, increased revenue. Let's make this really viable, Lord, for both me and my viewers. Let's make this just a place of crazy abundance and providence. Lord, please, in your mercy, hear our prayer. All right, guys, again, I do really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this comprehensive and definitive add-on list for console and ESO. If so, again, please like, hype, and subscribe. And when you do subscribe, turn on notifications because I'll be back soon with new content.